My dear friend, I want you to take a deep breath right now. Wherever you are, however you're feeling, know that you are safe here with me. Life can feel heavy sometimes, especially when it seems like no matter how hard you try, you wake up worrying about money, about bills, about whether things will ever get better. I understand how that feels. Many of us have been taught to believe that struggle is just a part of life, that worrying about money is normal. But I want to gently tell you something very important. Just because you've lived with these worries before, doesn't mean you have to continue living this way. You have so much more power than you realize. Right now, in this moment, you are standing at the doorway of a new life. A life where you no longer wake up feeling poor in spirit or in wealth. A life where abundance greets you every morning like a warm sunrise. I know it may seem hard to believe, especially if you've been carrying fear or doubt for a long time, but I promise you, change begins the moment you decide to think differently. It doesn't require anything outside of you, not luck, not someone's permission, not even a sudden windfall of money. It starts with a thought, a gentle, loving thought that says, I am open to something better. I am worthy of a life filled with ease and prosperity. When you say these words, even quietly, even if a part of you still feels unsure, you are planting a seed. And that seed will grow if you nurture it with kindness and patience. You see, life is always listening to the words you speak and the thoughts you think. It responds not with judgment, but with reflection. Whatever you believe about yourself and your world becomes the lens through which you experience life. So if you've been telling yourself stories of lack, of I can't afford this, or I'll never have enough, life simply mirrors that back to you. But here's the beautiful truth. You can begin telling a new story today. A story where you wake up feeling rich, not just in money, but in joy, in peace, in possibilities. You don't have to know how everything will change. You only need to know that it can, and it will, because you are choosing to open your heart and mind to abundance. So as we take this journey together, I invite you to hold this simple thought close. I am open to receiving the abundance that life offers me. Say it softly to yourself as often as you can. Let it wrap around you like a comforting blanket. This is the beginning of a beautiful transformation, and I am so honored to walk beside you as you step into the wealth and abundance that has always been waiting for you. Every experience you have begins with a single thought. This is something many people don't realize, especially when it comes to money. We grow up hearing so many messages about wealth. Some say money is hard to come by. Others say only a few people get to be rich. And many believe that wanting more is somehow wrong. These thoughts settle into our minds quietly, and before we know it, they shape how we see the world. But what if I told you that these old beliefs are not the truth? They are only thoughts that have been repeated so often that they feel real. And just as they were learned, they can be unlearned. You have the ability to choose new thoughts, ones that invite prosperity instead of pushing it away. Imagine your mind as a garden. For years, seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation may have been planted there. If you've been thinking, I'll never have enough, or money doesn't come easily to me, those thoughts are like weeds taking up space and blocking the sunlight. But you don't have to keep those weeds. You can begin planting new seeds, seeds of confidence, of worthiness, of abundance. Every time you think, I deserve prosperity, and prosperity flows to me easily, You are tending to your garden with love. At first, it might feel unfamiliar. That's okay. When we start something new, it often does. But with gentle repetition, these positive thoughts will take root. And soon, they will grow stronger than the old limiting beliefs. It's important to be patient with yourself during this process. Changing the way you think is like learning a new language, the language of abundance. Each word, each affirmation you speak is a message to life saying, I am ready to receive. You don't need to force anything or struggle to make it happen. Simply by choosing better thoughts, you begin to shift your entire experience. Notice when negative ideas about money come up, and instead of criticizing yourself, softly replace them with a loving affirmation. Over time, you'll find that your outer world starts to reflect the richness of your inner world. Opportunities appear, solutions show up, and you begin to feel a sense of ease where there was once tension. Remember, prosperity is not just about numbers in a bank account. It's a state of mind, a feeling of trust that life is always supporting you. So as you move forward, speak kindly to yourself. Remind yourself every day that you are worthy of abundance. The thoughts you choose today are creating your tomorrow. Let them be thoughts that open doors and invite in all the good you deserve. There is a quiet magic in the simple act of being thankful. Often when people think about wealth, they focus on what they don't have, the things they wish for, the money that hasn't arrived yet, the opportunities they feel are missing. This focus on lack can quietly close the door to abundance. But when you turn your attention to what is already present in your life, no matter how small it may seem, you begin to unlock a powerful flow of prosperity. Gratitude is like a key that opens the heart and welcomes more blessings. It tells life, I see the good and I am ready for more. Each morning, when you wake up, you have a choice. You can start your day by thinking about what's missing, or you can gently place your hand on your heart and say, thank you. Thank you for this new day. Thank you for the roof over my head, for the food I have, for the air I breathe. Even if your current situation feels far from where you want to be, there is always something to appreciate. And when you find those small sparks of gratitude, they grow. Life notices where you place your attention. If you celebrate the little things, more reasons to celebrate will appear. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing that abundance often begins with acknowledging the simple gifts you already hold. Try this gentle practice. Before you reach for your phone or start thinking about your to-do list, take a moment to name 5 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be grand or impressive. It could be the warmth of your bed, the sound of birds outside, a kind word from a friend, or even the quiet strength that has carried you through difficult times. Each expression of gratitude is like telling the universe, I am ready to receive more of this goodness. And the universe responds with a loving yes. Over time, you'll notice a shift, not just in how you feel, but in what flows into your life. Money, opportunities, and support come more easily when you live in a state of appreciation. It's as if gratitude polishes the lens through which you see the world, making everything shine a little brighter. So, as you move through your day, keep this gentle reminder close. I am grateful for the wealth that is already present in my life. Say it often, especially when doubt creeps in. Gratitude turns what you have into enough. And from that feeling of enough, true abundance grows. Stand in front of the mirror for a moment, not to judge, not to criticize, but to see yourself with new eyes, eyes of love, acceptance, and potential. This simple act may seem small, but it carries great power. When you look into your own eyes and speak words of kindness, something begins to shift inside you. Many people go through life speaking negatively about themselves, especially when it comes to money. I'm terrible with finances, they say, or I never have enough. These words sink into the subconscious, where they quietly shape our experiences. But the mirror can become a tool for healing and transformation. When you stand before it and say, I love you, you are worthy of financial abundance, you're doing more than speaking, you are choosing a new reality. This practice is called mirror work. It is gentle, loving, and deeply effective. It helps you see yourself not as broken or lacking, but as whole, valuable, and deserving of good things. The mirror reflects not just your image, but your beliefs. And with practice, those beliefs can become more loving, more abundant, more true to who you really are. You might feel resistance at first. That's okay. You might feel silly, or you might hear a voice in your mind that says, this isn't going to work. But even that voice is just a habit, a thought that has been practiced for too long. You can thank it for trying to protect you and gently choose a better one. Begin slowly. Just look into your eyes and say, I am open to abundance, or I am learning to love myself. Repeat it once, twice, 3 times. Don't rush. Let the words sink in. Let your heart hear them. The more often you do this, the more natural it will feel. Over time, you'll begin to notice changes, not just in your emotions, but in your outer world as well. You may feel more confident asking for what you deserve. You may attract opportunities that once seemed out of reach. You may find yourself handling money with more ease and trust. This is not magic in the way people imagine. It is the quiet miracle of self-love. When you treat yourself with respect and kindness, life follows your lead. It begins to treat you with the same love you show to yourself. So give yourself the gift of this small daily practice. Meet your eyes in the mirror and say, I love you. You are worthy of financial abundance. Let this be the beginning of a new relationship with yourself and with money. A relationship built not on fear or shame, but on love, trust, and possibility. Sometimes, the thoughts we carry about money are not even our own. They come from things we heard when we were young. Maybe someone said money is hard to earn, or that it doesn't grow on trees. Maybe someone taught you to feel guilty for wanting more, or ashamed of not having enough. These thoughts don't just disappear as we grow older. They stay in the background, shaping how we feel, how we act, and what we believe is possible. But here's something important to know. You do not have to keep these thoughts. You can choose to let them go. Fear, scarcity, and worry may have been your companions in the past, but they don't have to walk with you into your future. You are allowed to release them. You are allowed to feel safe, supported, and abundant. The first step is to notice when fear speaks. Maybe it tells you that you can't afford something, or that you should hold on to every penny in case things go wrong. Instead of pushing that voice away or arguing with it, try something softer. Say to yourself, I hear this fear, and I choose peace instead. You are not wrong for feeling afraid. Fear is just a sign that something inside you wants safety. You can give yourself that safety, not through control, but through trust. Trust in yourself, trust in life, and trust that you are always being guided. One way to do this is through visualization. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and imagine placing all your money fears into a small box. See yourself gently closing the lid and then handing that box over to the universe, to life, to a higher power, whatever feels right for you. Feel the weight lift from your heart. You are not alone in this journey. Life is always on your side, waiting to support you. When you clear away fear, you make space for something better. And in that space, you begin to feel hope again. You begin to feel possibility. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about creating room for something new to grow. Remind yourself often, I release all fear around money. I trust life to provide for me. These words, spoken with love and belief, become a powerful shift. They create calm where there was anxiety. They create openness where there was tightness. And in that openness, abundance begins to flow. So breathe, soften, let go. You are safe to trust again. Life works through balance, through flow, and through giving and receiving. Money is not a punishment or a reward. It is energy. It moves like the wind, like water, like breath. It needs space to move, and it needs your permission to come and stay. Many people block the flow of money without even realizing it. They hold on too tightly, afraid to spend. Or they give too much, never feeling worthy of receiving. True abundance comes when you understand that life wants to give to you, but you must be open. When you give with joy and receive with gratitude, you become part of the natural rhythm of wealth. Imagine trying to breathe only in or only out. You wouldn't last long. Money is the same. If you only take, you feel empty. If you only give, you feel drained. But when you do both, when you allow yourself to share with love and receive with ease, you begin to feel the harmony of true abundance. You don't have to give away everything you have. It could be a smile, a kind word, a small donation, a helping hand. What matters is the energy behind it. Give not from fear, but from joy. Receive not with guilt, but with grace. You are part of a larger picture, a beautiful web of giving and receiving that supports everyone. When you participate in that flow, you support yourself too. If you've been afraid to let go of money, take a small step. Spend a little on something that brings you joy. If you've been afraid to receive, start by accepting compliments. Say thank you and allow it to land in your heart. Every small action sends a signal to life. I am in harmony with abundance. You don't have to chase money. You only need to be in tune with it. And you do that by aligning with its flow. Let your giving come from a full heart. Let your receiving come from a place of worth. You are not taking from others when you allow yourself to be blessed. You are saying yes to the rhythm of life. Say it often. I am in harmony with the natural flow of abundance. Let these words sink into your body. Let them guide your choices. When you trust the flow, when you give and receive with love, wealth finds its way to you again and again. It is always available. It is always waiting for your yes. There is something very comforting about having simple daily practices that remind you of the abundance already around you and the wealth that is always on its way. You don't need complicated routines or grand gestures to invite prosperity into your life. In fact, it's the small, consistent things you do each day that create the biggest shifts. These gentle habits become quiet signals to life. showing that you are ready to welcome more good. One of the most powerful things you can do is start your day with a positive affirmation. Before you even get out of bed, place your hand on your heart and say, "Every day, in every way, I am becoming more prosperous." These words set the tone for your day. They tell your mind what to look for: opportunities, blessings, and moments of growth. Another beautiful habit is to visualize your ideal life, even if only for a minute or two. Close your eyes and see yourself living in ease, paying your bills with gratitude, receiving unexpected income, and feeling peaceful about money. This simple act of imagination begins to draw those experiences closer to you. Keep a small notebook where you write down things you are grateful for, especially when it comes to finances. Maybe someone bought you a coffee, or you found a coin on the street, or you managed to save a little more this month. Write it down and celebrate it. Gratitude multiplies whatever you focus on. Clearing your environment is also a quiet but powerful practice. When you tidy up your space, you send a message that you are ready for fresh energy. Money loves order. It flows easily where there is space and clarity. Even clearing out an old drawer can create a sense of openness. Speak kindly to yourself throughout the day. Notice when negative thoughts about money appear and gently replace them with loving affirmations. If you catch yourself thinking, "I'll never afford that," pause and say instead, "I am open to all possibilities. Wealth comes to me in expected and unexpected ways." Give without fear, even if it's something small. Buy a friend a treat, donate a little to a cause you love, or offer your time to help someone. Giving tells life that you trust there is always more where that came from. And finally, take a moment each evening to thank yourself for every positive step you took that day. Whether you spoke an affirmation, practiced gratitude, or simply chose a better thought, it all matters. These small, loving actions build a foundation of abundance that grows stronger with each passing day. You don't have to do everything perfectly. You only need to show up for yourself with consistency and care. Life will meet you where you are, and together you will create something beautiful. Many of us carry hidden feelings about money that we don't often talk about. Deep inside, there may be old wounds, feelings of guilt for wanting more, shame for past mistakes, or a quiet belief that we don't truly deserve to be wealthy. These emotions sit silently in the background, influencing how we think, how we act, and what we allow ourselves to receive. But money itself has no judgment. It doesn't see you as good or bad, worthy or unworthy. Money is simply a tool, a form of energy that responds to how you feel about it. If you see money as a source of stress or as something that slips through your fingers, it will behave that way. But if you begin to see money as a kind and supportive friend, you can transform your relationship with it. Just like any relationship, this one needs love, respect, and open communication. Start by noticing the words you use when you talk about money. Are they harsh? Are they filled with worry or resentment? If so, it's time to speak to money differently. You might say, "Thank you for all the ways you have supported me." Even if it feels strange at first, this small shift in attitude begins to heal the old stories. Journaling is a wonderful way to explore these feelings. Sit quietly with a pen and paper and ask yourself, what do I truly believe about money? Let your thoughts flow without judgment. You may discover beliefs that were never really yours to begin with. things you picked up from family, society, or past experiences. Once you see them on paper, you can begin to let them go. Forgive yourself for any past financial decisions that didn't turn out the way you hoped. You were doing the best you could with what you knew at the time. Every experience has brought you here, to a place where you are ready to create a healthier, more loving connection with wealth. Remind yourself often, I am worthy of a loving and abundant relationship with money. Say it gently, as if speaking to a dear friend. The more you repeat these words, the more you'll feel them becoming true. You'll begin to notice that money flows to you more easily, without the old tension or fear. You'll trust yourself to handle it wisely and with grace. Remember, healing your relationship with money isn't about chasing riches. It's about creating peace within yourself so that wealth can enter your life naturally and stay. When you treat money with kindness and gratitude, it responds in kind. It becomes a partner in your journey, supporting your dreams and helping you live with greater freedom and joy. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine yourself living the life you've always dreamed of. See yourself waking up in a place that feels peaceful and secure. Picture yourself paying for everything you need with ease, knowing there is always more than enough. Feel the lightness in your heart as you move through your day without worry, trusting that abundance is all around you. This simple act of visualization is more powerful than many people realize. When you allow yourself to see and feel the life you desire, you begin to align your energy with it. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. It responds to the feelings you create. So when you visualize yourself as abundant, confident, and free, you are sending a clear message to life. This is who I am, and this is what I welcome. Take a few moments each day to practice this. It doesn't have to be long or complicated. Just find a quiet space, close your eyes, and step into that vision of your abundant future. Feel the emotions as if it is already happening. Smile, breathe deeply, and let that sense of peace and prosperity fill your body. The more you do this, the more natural it will feel. And as it feels more natural inside, you will begin to see signs of it appearing outside. Opportunities will come your way. People will offer support. Solutions will present themselves where before there were only obstacles. This is not wishful thinking. It is the power of focusing your mind and heart on what you truly desire, instead of what you fear. When doubts creep in, and they will from time to time, gently return to your vision. Remind yourself that if you can imagine it, you can create it. Life is always responding to the energy you offer. By choosing to focus on abundance, you are inviting more of it into your experience. Say to yourself often, I see abundance all around me, and I welcome it into my life. These words, combined with your daily visualization, will begin to reshape your reality. You'll notice that you start to expect good things, and when you expect them, they arrive. This practice is a gift you give to yourself, a way to stay connected to your highest potential, no matter what your current circumstances may be. Trust that every time you close your eyes and see yourself living in abundance, you are drawing that future closer. You are becoming the person who naturally attracts wealth, joy, and peace. And with each day, you will feel more at home in this new, prosperous version of yourself. You hold within you the power to create a life filled with abundance, joy, and peace. Every thought you choose, every loving word you speak to yourself, and every small action you take sends a message to life that you are ready to receive all the good that is waiting for you. You don't need to struggle or chase. You only need to open your heart and trust that you are worthy of prosperity. This journey is not about perfection. It's about kindness, patience, and a gentle belief that things can and will get better. The seeds you've planted through gratitude, positive thoughts, and daily practices will grow. Life will respond to your new energy in ways that may surprise and delight you. So continue to affirm your worthiness. Continue to see abundance around you. And continue to take those small, loving steps each day. Remember, wealth is not just measured by what's in your bank account, but by the richness you feel within, peace of mind, a heart full of gratitude, and the freedom to live with joy. As you move forward, hold this truth close. You are the creator of your prosperity. Say to yourself now and always, I am open, I am worthy, I am abundant. Wealth flows to me effortlessly and endlessly. Let these words guide you, uplift you, and remind you that a life of abundance is not a distant dream. It is your reality, beginning now.